What's up, guys? It's CFN. My name's Connor. Welcome back to CFN TV. Today, we're going to do a true snowstorm story animated reaction. So I think this story is by Mr. Nightmare, but it's animated by Llama Arts. So I'll put the link in the description down below for the original video. You can check that out. Then you can find the original story. I think it's by Mr. Nightmare. I believe it is, because mostly Llama Arts. His videos are mostly animations of Mr. Nightmare's creepypastas. So, like I did the 3 Snapchats on my last video. So, we're going to do an animated. I'm going through the animated thing because I want to see it kind of live action in some way. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video, shall we? Right into the video. Let's get scared.
My name is Ethan, and I'm a photographer. I took a trip last year with my wife to the Colorado mountains for an art project. My wife is also an avid skier, so she talked me into adding skiing into the trip.
Not bad.
We had the option to book a room at a ski resort or rent out a private log cabin. The second one seemed more romantic, so I picked that one. Plus, it didn't hurt that it was cheaper. The cabin was nothing luxurious or anything. It was a single-floor, 4-room little thing. A 2-person bedroom, a small living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom.
Looks kind of stingy to me. How come the guy looks like he just got off something or something like that? Got off some drug or something like that. But hey, you do photography, but it seems like this thing's a bit stingy. I already can tell things are gonna go bad.
It may have been small, but the actual idea of being secluded in a warm log cabin during a blizzard was amazing.
Really?
However, the storm was interfering with the cable signal, so we didn't have much to do this one particular evening. It was just starting to get dark out at this point, but there was still a decent amount of light outside, so I thought it would be perfect for getting a few shots and videos in the blizzard for backgrounds and wallpapers.
Why would you do that?
I told my wife I'd be back within 10 minutes and slipped on my boots and coat. The moment I stepped outside and shut the door, I noticed footsteps leading up to the door in the snow that had blown under the wooden awning. I could see the prints doubled, as whoever left them there turned and went the opposite direction. I was freaked the fuck out, but I wasn't about to go inside and scare my wife.
Wow.
I decided to give in to my curiosity and followed the prints to the right.
Why would you do that? If you see prints, you need to leave. Get out. These people are stupid. You see prints and you're freaking out. You gotta leave. You don't be curious. Curiosity kills the cat, sir. It kills the cat. That's why I don't go log cabins in the winter.
Right side of the cabin. Right away, I noticed that they led to the bedroom window.
Oh no.
My heart froze in fear when I saw this.
Oh my gosh.
I could see my wife sitting on the bed using her iPad. She noticed me and I waved. She left. I continued to follow the footprints around the cabin to the other side. They led to the living room window on the other side. Someone was stalking us.
That's what I just
But
said.
how long ago was the question? I found myself standing there for a good minute asking myself if I should follow the footprints anymore. For whatever reason, I decided I would.
Why did you
They
do
were
that?
now leading away from the cabin. I knew I was following the prints to where this person was going, not coming from, simply by the boot marks. I followed the prints away from the opening and into the trees. That was where I saw him. A man wearing a black coat facing a tree, slouched down looking at the ground.
That's when you run or you bring the strap or something. You came in with just a camera. Beat him with the camera. Beat him with the camera. Take a picture and beat him with the camera.
He was still as a statue, and I could see the snow piling up on his hood and shoulders. I froze in my tracks, trying not to make a sound.
Why does he look like he's dead?
I would have thought to ask him if he needed help otherwise, but this guy was just standing there not doing anything, like some kind of deranged freak.
You just back
I started
away,
to
sir.
gradually move backwards without even turning around, making sure this man didn't turn around or notice me. When I got at a visual distance, I turned around and stomped through the snow back to the cabin. When I slammed the door shut, my wife came over to see what was wrong. I saw worry in her eyes. I guess she saw the worry in mine. She knew I saw something, and after a few minutes of harassment, I finally told her what I saw. She immediately started packing her things, telling me we're leaving right away.
Yes! Yes, listen to your wife. Listen to her. She is smart. She is a smart lady. Yes! Thank you! Thank you! please, for the love of God, listen to your wife. If one thing, it's one thing. This is a life and death situation. Just this one time, listen to your wife. Just once. Just once, man. Get rid of your ego and listen to her. This is about your life, dang it. Come on, man.
Told her no, we're not going anywhere. I would not get a refund for leaving early, and I wasn't about to...
Are you serious? You more care about the money? You care more about the money than your own life? I think your life is a little bit better than money, man. Someone is stalking you. You need to leave. I wouldn't even give it a second thought. We are leaving. Forget the money. That was just a waste of money on my part. I messed up. I messed up. I'm sorry. That's my fault. We're never doing this again. My fault, okay? Jeez.
Up and leave just because some weird guy was walking around outside. She made a point of locking both locks on the door and making sure all of the windows were sealed shut. For the rest of the night, we read stuff on our iPads. I reviewed the pictures and videos I had taken so far. We turned out the lights early as there wasn't much else to do.
Gosh.
What if he's still out there? I remember my wife asking me. There's no way he's still out there, I then assured her.
Oh my gosh.
Listening to the wind blowing outside, along with the small flakes of snow hitting the windows, was strangely relaxing, and I knew I'd be able to fall asleep quickly. Except if it wasn't for... the knock at the bedroom window.
You're screwed! You're so screwed!
We were both still awake, and we both knew it was a knock from a person. I ushered my wife out of bed and out into the living room without turning on any lights.
Oh my gosh.
There was nothing to use as a weapon whatsoever. Our only option was to run before something might happen.
You have a lamp!
I told my wife we'd have to forget our luggage and make a dash for the Jeep. We slipped on our boots and coats in the dark in a matter of seconds.
Yes, forget the luggage. You don't need it. You can get new clothes.
And when we heard a knock at the living room window from the opposite side of our car, we took that opportunity to run.
Run!
I pressed the unlock button, so grateful I chose to have remote locks on my Wrangler, and we hopped in. The car started with ease, and as soon as the headlights flashed on, the man was standing facing the log cabin on our side now.
Wow.
Not a window, just facing the wall of the cabin in the same position I had seen him in earlier, as if he were hiding his face. We drove to the nearby ski resort without much trouble in the Jeep. We stayed there for the night and went back the next day to the log cabin to collect our things we left behind. He wasn't there.
Nope, there he is. Wow. You should have listened to your wife in the first place. You're lucky this guy is just crazy. Like, the guy didn't have a weapon. He was just standing there like a creep. But, like I said, you should have just left. Forget the money. Just forget the money. Like, seriously. I would have forgotten the money. I would have said, hey, I messed up. That's my fault. Well, I'm not getting myself killed over money. Seriously. But anyways, that was the creepypasta video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check the original video, link will be in the description down below. Check out my gaming channel. The link will be in the description down below. Peace.